Manufacturing holds potential as Africa navigates the path to recovery post-pandemic. Experts project that the sector could hit $666.4 billion by 2030. That is over $200 billion more than it did in 2015. On Business Africa, we speak exclusively to the president of MITIL Group to understand the opportunities within the sector in 2021 and beyond.
Huge amounts of cotton, as a continent. But then what we do is we just separate the seeds from the lint, and then we export. So there is no value. So what I do is I've invested in basically ginning, in spinning, in weaving, in processing, in mercerizing, in dyeing, in printing, in knitting, and in garmenting. So I have 4 textile mills, 3 in Tanzania, 1 in Mozambique, and basically I buy cotton, from the local farmers, and then I value add it. Instead of us importing, we export raw cotton to India or to China, and then we bring in African clothing or African printed clothing or
Mohamed Delji is Africa's youngest billionaire, said Africa needs to value addition. Trading under the African Continental Free Trade Area has kicked, and Africa's largest economy is planning a leading role in this $3.4 trillion market. Nigeria took a while to sign up to the agreement, but when it finally did, the most populous nation on the continent says it cannot afford to be left out. TV Africa talks to a local chief economic strategist on the West African nation's preparedness to harness the divide ends of this free trade zone. Professor Ken Ife at New Partnership for Africa's Development, Nigeria, said that Africa is still the 8th largest producers of oil in the world and the biggest in Africa. There are 90 million SMEs in Africa, 45 of those are in Nigeria. If Nigeria could have 50% of SMEs in Africa, even though the population is just 18% and 18% of the whole of Africa's GDP, it does tell you that entrepreneurship is a comparative advantage for Nigeria.
Already for this project than any other African country, to be honest with you, because we have laid a very solid foundation for this day to come. One is that we're the biggest economy in Africa, we're the biggest population, we're the biggest market. And 2, we are a very, very resource-rich country. And what that means is that we are yet to tap our natural and mineral resources. Now decided to do was to implement the protocol. We have transit protocols in ECOWAS regulating all this. And under the AFCTA is even tighter because there are now going to be punitive measures if you are still the 8th largest producer of oil in the world, and certainly the biggest in Africa. But that notwithstanding, there are 90 million MSMEs in Africa. 45 million of those are from Nigeria. Now that means that if Nigeria could have 50% of the MSMEs in Africa, even though our population is only 18%, and our GDP is about 18% of the whole of Africa GDP, it does tell you that entrepreneurship is a latent comparative advantage for Nigeria.
In the Republic of Congo, some relief for those who rely on electronic products to do business. Importation of computer equipment will now be free of taxes and duties. This means local students can purchase laptops at lower prices, for example. It's part of a move that Brazzaville hopes will boost its digital economy. But according to our Congolese correspondent, Cedric, importers say old stocks that were previously taxed would first have to run out before this new law can impact on the new imports.